For the first time since Israel-Hamas war started, there has been three casualties of American soldiers. Now, there have been attacks, drone attacks on several bases in Middle East of the US, but there has not been any casualty till now. And now there have been three casualties of American soldiers who were posted in Al-Tanf base in Syria. Now, initially it was said that it was on Jordan soil, but Jordan government spokesperson came forward and said it was very close to the border, but it was in Syrian space. So now this attack has happened. More than 30 American soldiers on this base are said to be injured. 8 are said to be quite seriously injured and have been airlifted for further assistance. But the casualties might rise. There is that fear as well. Now, on this attack, US President Joe Biden has said that there are radical Iran-backed militant groups operating in Syria and Iraq, and they are responsible for this type of attack. They have also, he has also said that the US is still gathering facts about this attack, and he has also said that US will reply at the time, at the opportunity of its own choosing. Now, the fact is that since Israel-Hamas war has started, tensions are very high in the Middle East region. There have been several attacks on American troops posted in the Middle East, but this is the first time that there have been casualties. Now, there are senators who are saying that there should be an action against it. So, where would this action be? Would it be on the proxies, which US has already been doing? But there is a call for direct attack on Iran as well. Senator Lindsey Graham has said that Biden administration has failed to rein in Iranian regime. And if there has to be any action, it has to be a direct action on Iran. Now, when these sort of calls are being made, but the fact is, what does a direct assault on Iran mean? That would mean widening the conflict, which US has been trying to avoid. In fact, has been actively working with the countries in Middle East, including Israel, which has been waging a war against Hamas in Gaza, that this conflict should not spread. But what happens then? Now, this is an election year where Joe Biden is going into election and bidding for to be the next US president to continue his presidency next term as well. So, if there is not a strong reply to this attack, which US claims is done by Iran-backed militants and radicals, if there is not a reply, then not only Donald Trump, but also there would be others who would be saying that his administration is weak. So it is still to be seen what reply does US give to this sort of attack, how it is done, and also how to contain the conflict in Middle East. Because once US gets involved in direct attack on Iran, whom it has been accusing for a long time for several sorts of attacks and terror operations, so this would be something which would mean that the conflict will widen more than ever, and despite efforts by the US and some other Middle East countries to contain it. In Delhi, Kadambini Sharma for NDTV.